What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol ELY for Callaway Golf. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. Now, there was a positive catalyst or supposed positive catalyst that the largest investment holder of this stock is going to be doing a public offering to the tune of $3-ish million. Now, go ahead and confirm that on your own, but from a technical perspective, obviously that led to a massive rally on today's session. So regardless of the fundamentals, you know we're a technical analysis type of channel. That's my expertise. Price action, we're not going to read into that offering too much, and instead start by giving ourselves a daily roadmap of obvious areas of support and resistance, and then we'll talk more nuance from the 30-minute perspective in just a moment. So just coming in quickly for some overhead areas, this strikes me as important, and kind of a floor down here at 27.38. So that was a quick and dirty way of just getting some levels on the chart. You can clearly see where they're coming from. So here and here, support in here, right? So just, the obvious ones you pick out from the daily perspective, and now we'll drill down to the 30-minute intraday time frame. Now, with a large expansion of range like what we saw on today's session, what you want to do is always take out the fibs and analyze each of the legs up. So we'll go from the low of the move to the high of the first sort of area before the first major pullback happened. You can see that tiny little red inverted hammer there never even came close to the 38.2, so that was a healthy move. Next one higher, we'll come into this high in here, and once again you can see the pullback never came into the 38.2, so we'll just go all the way on up to the high of the day. And obviously here there was no retracement whatsoever back to the 38.2 at this point in time, though, because it's so closely coinciding with this 29.11 mark, which is coming from prior structure. We're going to favor that structure instead of the 38.2. If you've watched the channel, you basically know that we prefer structure over the 38.2, but when there's nothing, the 38.2 is the line to watch. So for now, bullish consolidation would hold that area right there. Maybe we get one day of pause that might look something like this, a consolidation doji. Maybe it has a longer upper wick and a small body, something like this, putting in a daily bull flag, essentially, right? So any consolidation in this area strikes me as healthy. You're looking for the breakout up and over today's high to take us into the next daily resistance at 31.29. So let's go ahead and map out today's high just so we know where that level is with our price level tool. So here we go, right around our $30.35 mark. Also note that it is the daily blue line here, which is the 50 SMA. So oftentimes the 50 SMA acts as support or resistance when it hasn't been tested in quite some time. So obviously, big span of time here before testing it as resistance. So no surprise, that's kind of where the rally ended on today's session. So if we can get a break of that, that would act or be a break, in my opinion, of a super resistance. So two pieces of resistance as opposed to just one now, that we have a daily high here that is structurally resistant, right? So to me, a break should send us at least to that 31.29. From there, you're monitoring for continuation to see if we can make it up into that 33. Now, on a breakdown of 29.11, what's the next sort of area that you really need to be watching for? Well, let's scrunch up this chart here and see if we can pick something else out. I would argue that these levels are kind of all over the place. What we would really do, or I would advise you to kind of look at here, and again, I can't tell you what to do with a position if you have one, but the line that I would use would be the 61.8 retracement of today's session, because usually if we start getting candle closes underneath that, what we see is, the odds greatly increase for a 100% retracement, aka move to the lows, right? So 28, the whole dollar, should act as support going forward and be your line in the sand if there's any sort of major reversal underneath that 29 area. I'm not anticipating that based on the nature and strength of today's activity, even this really solid volume ramp into the end of the day, but if it does unfold that way, that is the line in the sand, in my opinion. So if you enjoyed today's video, if you like the levels, if you like the analysis, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.